Hello, welcome back to the channel, and this is a channel where we give you reviews, playthroughs, unboxings, and we generally like to talk a lot of bollocks about tabletop gaming in general. And in this video we're going to be talking about a party game that is called StatYou. No, not fuck you, but StatYou. In this game you will be trying to arrange your partner's arms and legs into a position based upon the cards that are on the table. Yeah, these will give you victory points that will allow you to win the game. So in this video we're going to be giving you a very brief overview of the rules. We're telling you what we do like, what we don't like. Then we'll come back and we'll tell you whether or not StatYou is worth your time and bother today and in the future. So remember, if you're new here, then please consider subscribing to this channel, hit the like button, all that YouTube bullshit. I'll see you after this. Bollocks. So StatYou is a party game sort of slash dexterity game. We're going to do, you're going to put the board out into the center of the table or on a table, and you'll take a number of orange cards and you'll take a number of purple cards and you'll place them on the relevant spaces above and below the board, right? This will give you 3 different combinations of cards, right? Players are going to get a number of betting tokens that they will be using to, yeah, you guessed it, bet on these different combinations. One player is going to be the sculptor and another player is going to be the statue. You're going to shuffle the green assignment cards and then you will draw a letter and a number, and this will give you the combination of cards that you will have to try and portray to the other players. So once you've done that, then you will start the actual game. Yeah, the sculptor will be moving the limbs or the body of the statue around to try and mimic the combination of cards in the easiest way so that their team can guess the correct combination. Once you are satisfied, you'll stop and then all the players will vote to see which of the combinations they thought was the correct one. Once you've done that, you'll score different points. It uses the old Dixit thing where if you correct, you get a certain number of points. Sculptor and that will get a certain number of points for each guess that's on it, and blah, 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 blah. And then you will do this again a number of times. Yeah? Game ends as soon as a player reaches the last space on the scoreboard, and then the game ends and the player with the most points, well, that player would be the winner, wouldn't they? Stupid twat. What do we like about StatYou? So the first thing that we like about this game is it appeared to be a novel twist on the party game type thing, right? I suppose it's like in the same vein as sort of Don't Get Got, Monikers, or Time's Up, whichever one you want to call it. And it looked like quite a lot of fun, didn't it? Right, being able to manipulate people's limbs, and yeah, so yeah, I suppose it was quite novel when we first played it. So the second thing that we quite liked about this game is that my kids ended up rolling on the floor laughing for at least the first game, yeah. And it's always good to see my kids laugh. Yeah, kids should be laughing all the time, and this gave them about 2 minutes of laughter, so it was quite nice watching them laugh their heads off, right? So don't we like about StatYou? So the first thing that we don't like about this game, and believe me, there are many, is that standing up when you've got a main board on the table just doesn't work, right? I mean, where do you play this? You play this around a table, dear, and then the people whose turn it is stand up and start fucking about. But then people at the other end of the table aren't going to be able to see their arms and legs, so you really got to sit on your sofa, ain't you, and play it in the middle of a room. But then where'd you put the board? You have to get a coffee table or something like that. So board games that require a lot of space externally to the board generally don't work, yeah. So maybe they should have just got rid of the board and had cards, you know. So the second thing that we didn't like about this game, and this is the glaring flaw in this game, is that there is a limit to the amount of different poses that you can do, right? You're going to be able to maybe raise your arm, bend your arm, put your leg up in the air, put a leg behind you. I don't know. It's just a limit to the amount of things you can do. And if you look at some of these combinations, right, how the fuck are you meant to be a fencing figure skater or a blind dog or an arm wrestling explorer or an arrested Santa Claus? How are you meant to portray that with just messing about, manipulating your arms and your legs and your head? So I found this going to be really, really tedious, because 9 times out of 10, nobody knew what the fuck you were meant to be. So you just ended up fucking about in front of everyone, making a tit of yourself, and everyone was like, what the fuck's that meant to be? I don't know. I'll just guess, make a blind guess. Oh, it was wrong. Oh, it was right. So yeah, it's literally impossible to get people to guess what is on these cards, yeah? And that sucks. So the final thing we don't like about StatYou is there's not enough cards in the bloody deck. When we opened this up, we thought, oh, fucking hell, there's loads of cards here. It's like a massive pot of cards. Only to find that half of them are in bleeding Dutch. So we just end up chucking them in the recycle bin. Add to the fact that during the course of the game, you're probably going to see half of the cards, which means that over the course of 2, maybe 3 games, you're going to see the whole sodding game, yeah? You're going to see all the cards that are in the deck. It means that the longevity of this one is less than the lifespan of a tsetse fly. I mean, what are they thinking? I just don't know. I mean, it's probably the case that you're not going to play this game enough to go through all the cards, because after one sitting, you're just going to be like, that was fun, wasn't it? So yeah, not enough content in the box for a game that burns through cards faster than a Hawaiian wildfire. So is StatYou worth your time and bother today and in the future? So we're going to say no, stay away from this one. It's a bit like seeing some alcohol vomit. On your way to work on a Sunday morning, you're going to sidestep it as much as possible, like walk on the other side of the road or something. Upon first glance, it is a novel take on the party game genre, right? We were drawn into this one, we thought, wow, that looks really, really good. Looks like a really, really good idea. But it fails to deliver laughs for more than one round. It gets boring really, really quickly. It becomes apparent there just aren't enough poses that the human body can do to accurately represent the cards that are on display. And this makes guessing the combos practically impossible, which is dumb for a game that needs you to guess the combos, yeah? Add to that the fact that you're likely to see all the cards in probably 3 sittings of this game. And that makes this game just simply a gimmicky mess that reveals itself quicker than a flasher in a Primark changing room. So you go, that is StatYou. Remember, if you're new here, then please consider subscribing. I just want to keep saying fuck you. Can't remember where I was, but yeah, I'll see you next time.